Hey YouTube, how's it going? Coming out of our summer slumber here, and these two units were part of the late winter pickup. What I mean by that is they're out here. Just had them tarped up for the winter because these guys showed up in late December after I already packed everything away. But it was a good deal. It's two machines. I got a self-propelled Craftsman and a weed eater push mower over here, and they also had two bags, obviously one each. So it was a good deal. So these guys did not get packed away, but just tarped up. So pulling off the cover, have not done anything with these other than underneath. I just looked underneath. There was grass buildup. I scraped that out because I didn't want to leave that sitting there over the winter to cause any deck rot. So pull this one out and we'll start looking at it. Third hand, which had dropped. Okay, let's see if we can get some fire. Like I said, I don't know anything about this other than I went underneath, I cleaned out the grass, and there was a ton of stuff wrapped around the drive axle, which I cleaned off. Let's see what we got here. Looks like this spent some time outside. Judging by the faded plastics here. Oh yeah, what we got here? Looks like a Honda. Green Honda. It's not a filter, but at least we got a filter. Iowa choke that seems to open but not really close. Let's give it some pulls. Let's pull over. Okay, it appears to have some life. Some people, something like this, they say, hey, let's put some gas in, try it out. Generally, if it's been sitting around this long, I'll just go in there, clean out the fuel system, check that carb. It already looks like that choke is not opening, or closing rather, so. And it looks a little bit like somebody might have been in here. This was bent or something's not right here. So we'll take it in for some further tear down. All right, let's poke around under the hood. Let's see, we got a Ron screw there. I guess 5/16 probably. Incorrect screw here. Judging by the amount of leaves and things that's been sitting around, so. Who knows what we got in here? Okay, it's not going back all the way, so there's something messed up underneath here. A little loose. extension here. 3/8. All ready at the ready. Feeling it, look like it seems a little heavy though for some reason. Must be loaded with some garbage. Oh boy. One more for the dipstick. Move this out of the way, but it's tight. Guys ready for a big reveal? Not that much crap in here. Okay, we've got interference. Right here, kind of preventing this from closing. See that? Bend that over. Beautiful. This is still working. Flywheel key, check. Should point towards the first. That looks good. Pretty close. Got a little grub in here. Nothing too bad. We'll pull that carb off. Well, we will pull the carb off. Since we're here. Looks a little green. Got a 1/4 inch on top. Hopefully seems to be working. Don't want to lose that little spring. Gotta pull my fuel tank off. Release some of this corrosion. up. Break this. So it's kind of dirty looking. See some corrosion here. Oh, here's the gasket stuck inside there. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Just gonna clean some of this junk off. We'll go and crack it open. Again, like I said, I wouldn't just dump fuel in here, being that this looks the way it looks. So I would normally use my half-inch socket, but as I said, I don't have all my tools at the ready. So go with this. And that sucker was kind of loose. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Can you see that? This is looking kind of gross. Pretty much corrosion on here. Oh yeah. That's why you don't want to put gas in here. You can see this would have been leaking. This needle's all jammed up. Would have been flooding out. Would have ran anyway, so why bother? Just take this apart. We'll take this off, see if it can be cleaned or not. We'll be back. Yeah, I'll just show you, this is never going to run. This needle was basically welded on in place in here due to rust. So probably do have other one of these carbs. I might give it a go and see how it looks. There's also this, whatever this is, on the bottom of the bowl. This is not the correct gasket, so this might have been a leaker. Looks like some kind of small O-ring that they tried. So yeah, just gonna need some work here on the carb. And gonna give it a little cleaning up here before we get into looking at the propel. And you know, the back wheels, I know these back wheels are kind of tight. There's all stuff wrapped around the axle, so that's going to need to be cleaned up too. Okay, later. Okay, so we're back onto reassembly now. Got the carb rebuilt. Put a gasket down here, which it didn't have. Took out all these throttle plates, ultrasonic, cleaned them up. Also added these foam pieces back that were missing. I didn't actually buy these, I just cut them out of some scrap foam. Keeps dirt from getting down in here. Also, you can oil them up keep these moving in there nice. It's not necessary, but doing a rebuild, do it the right way. I did find a broken key, so I changed that. See, that's sheared. And I sharpened the blade up. Wasn't too bad, but see the little nick here? That's probably where it took that hit. So let's put the carb on. Excuse me. This is the gasket. This is another one I have, so I'm gonna change this. This is getting a little dry rotted. Probably will work. And forgot to hook up the linkage. Moving. That's actually a 1/4 inch. I got a camera cut out on me, so I got the rest of the carbon, airbox, all that, and when I took these wheels off, somebody had replaced them. On the inside of the wheels, somebody wrote $20, so I guess that was the price on those. And so I was thinking that maybe somebody had been in here, possibly this was repaired once, so it did kind of fool me, because after I put it all together, there was I actually saw a crack here in this deck area. I've since patched it up, and so it appeared that the deck was cracked, which usually that would only happen when it was you know, a bent shaft. But this does not have a bent shaft. So I suspect somebody was in here, because I look at this here and it says October 2011. That's on the engine. And this is for April of 12. So usually engines are predating the assembly by a couple months, but this is actually October, December, about 6 months difference. So it seems to me that this engine was probably had a bent shaft. They took this engine off, they replaced it, but the deck was damaged in that one mounting location. The other two are fine, so I didn't do anything with those two. But yeah, I mean, there's no vibration in the engine. The shaft is good, so I'm guessing that they did an engine swap on this, and so they did not patch the deck. Wasn't super necessary to do, because like I said, you got two good ones, but you could see it was cracked there. So anyway, I patched it up, and this one's ready. Had the bag. Do have somebody interested, possibly, as their second choice. I got one of these, well, can I look at this, can I look at that, you know. I like to just sell something, preferably. You know, everything I got is posted, so you can look at it, see what it looks like. You can see what this is. They were interested in this Honda. This is blade clutch model Honda 216 with the bag. Has throttle, smart drive, I guess you call that, and the blade engagement. So I don't know how reliable these people are. He claimed this was something for his wife. I said, if it's for your wife, I would not get this. I would probably go with this one, because this is simpler. There's no engagement, there's no choke, there's nothing. Just, you know, pull and go, and front wheel drive, throw a bag on if you want. But, you know, is Honda a better machine mechanically? Yeah. Will this cut your grass suitably as well as that one? For most people, probably yes. This does have rear wheels, large rear wheels. Some people seem to like that. I don't particularly see that it's that big of a deal. This is front wheel. Of course, that Honda would be a rear wheel. So we'll see what happens with this. And if this guy comes back, which I suspect he's probably not going to take this, I'll probably get you a cold start on this one. So I'm inside right now. Today's a little crappy kind of day. Okay, so we're back with this Craftsman. I did sell the Toro, or I mean the Honda yesterday. I knew the guy was going to be kind of a pain, so he took it, but he told me bring this one along. He didn't even look at it, so it's kind of a waste. But I'm taking this one. Guy wants this one, different guy, so give you a cold start on this one. As I said, this one was probably engine swapped at some point, and I did that deck repair on that one mounting section. You kind of see it right there where it's a little uneven. So JB welded that up, and the tires had been changed by whoever had this before. Comes with a bag. I did remove that bag hook cable thing because the cable was broke. That just holds this in up position. It's kind of useless in my opinion. So that's it. I hadn't been getting out too many videos because I had some technical issues with my cameras and stuff like that, but should be back up and running. Got some other machines to work on, so hope you found it interesting. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Alright, thanks. Catch you in the next one.